afternoon. Michelle Fix It here, October 27th, 2023. We are in Severn, something, Maryland. And I got pulled over again.
Severn.
Yay! Because my registration is still expired because I'm still waiting for tickets to clear from parking and I paid them, and so yeah. But the officer was very nice, and as soon as he came to the vehicle, I was like, registration, right? He's like, yeah. And he was like, you need to work on that. And I was like, I've been working on it, and I've been waiting for the DMV, and I don't know what to do, blah, 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 or the MVA is what they call it here. And so it just made me think of this whole thing, and like, this is going to be like a super short video where it's just like, hey, random thoughts for me. I have been in this city, area, town, whatever it is, for a whole like 5 minutes, and I immediately got pulled over for registration. And like, if you're somewhere else where there's a higher rate of crime, they don't care about that stuff. And maybe, just maybe, if we're paying attention to the small stuff, then the bigger stuff doesn't get out of control, because everyone's like, oh, why are you pulling people over? Because you should be like fighting crime, and like substances and you know, little ears are listening and everything else. They're like, you know, bigger fish to fry. And it's like, but if you are involved in activities that are not good activities, then you typically don't care about your small things. And so maybe, just maybe, if you're pulling people over for expired registration or equipment that's not working, and if it's clear that like this person, you know, is working on it diligently, like I am, like I, you know, it's like, hey, I can show you that I have proof that I've paid these tickets and I'm waiting for them to clear, then let them go on with their day. And then you give them a warning thing like I received, and it's, you know, geez, I got pulled over and now I feel a lot better because he could have ticketed me. But if there's some type of really bad activity that's going on, maybe, just maybe, that's the gateway of, hey, these are the things that you must be, you know, that you're doing, and these are other things that are going on. Because as somebody that does spend significant time in Baltimore City, and it's incredibly frustrating for me, the amount of hit and runs, the amount of vehicles that are stolen, the amount of certain tags that are on certain vehicles, means that if you get hit by one of those vehicles, they do not have insurance. And that is common knowledge. That is not like, you know, a dirty little secret or something. And why are you willingly letting those types of activities go on in that city? And if you don't know that that's what's going on, then you are so detached from the reality of what's going on in the city, that you shouldn't be doing anything with the city if you don't understand those things that are going on. So that's just my little tidbit of advice is, you know, one, if a police officer pulls you over, be nice, because they have the ability to fine you and stuff. Plus, like, you know, if there's a big scary thing that happens in your life, they're gonna be the ones that you call. Like, people are like, I don't like police. I don't like police. I don't like, you know, popo, whatever. And it's like, okay, you know, and that's not a generalization to any colorfulness or not colorfulness, because I hear those tones and all of that attitude or lack of attitude all over the place. And for me personally, the majority of my life, I have liked police officers, like military, all of that good stuff, because guess what? Every day they're getting dressed knowing that they could be having a serious issue happen, and that, you know, they could be at loss of limb or life or health, safety, sanitation, all these different things. They deal with all of the bad things that life has to happen, and that's why they get excited about the little things. And they, you know, a lot of them carry around little stuffed animals and stuff like that in their trunks, and they try to be positive people. They're not all jerks and stuff like that. There are some that absolutely abuse their power, absolutely want to get in that position of power to manipulate people and to make things worse for other people. However, pause for effect, a lot of the people that I have met prior to my life blowing up and all of that stuff going on, you know, they care about their job. And yes, just like with anything, you can end up becoming jaded, you can end up becoming bitter, you can end up not caring. And that's when, you know, maybe there should be assessments every, you know, year or so or whatever, as the general disposition of humanity in general, to find out if this person should be on the streets working with people, or if they should be behind a desk for a little while, because the people were a little bit too much. Because I can tell you that when you deal with only negative situations constantly, it's hard to stay upbeat, and it's hard to maintain a positive, chipper disposition when your life is literally burning around you and you're trying to help people, and then they just want to yell at you because they're like, oh, you just want to be mean to me and give me tickets, or, you know, I'm going to run away from you, or I'm going to try to assault you, I'm going to try to do all these different things. So the next time that you get pulled over, please please be nice to the police officer and say, hi. You know, if you know why they pulled you over, you can voluntarily say, I know you pulled me over for my registration, because that was the first thing I said. I said, I'm so sorry, it's tags, right? And he's like, yes. And he's like, you know, body cam, blah, 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 audio visual. I was like, roger that. I love body cam, because then he said, she said crap cannot not happen. I think that all police officers should have body cam for not just the person in the vehicle or the person allegedly doing the crime or the whatever activity, but also for the police officer, because there's accountability, because I have no problem with being recorded 24/7. I'm not 24/7, almost 24/7, because, you know, I do have a marriage and I do use the restroom and stuff like that. But I have no problem with being recorded the majority of my day, because there's so many things where it's he said, she said, and people will say that you said this, and then they change it, and they change it to a different type of context and everything else, and nobody knows except for you, the person there, and they've got a different perspective, you've got a different perspective. I digress. Back to the police officer. Hi, I know that it's for tags. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's okay. Can I, you know, or, you know, and whatever stuff. And it's, can I get your registration and your driver's license? In other states, it would be, you know, registration, proof of insurance, and driver's license. It's very odd to me every time that they say that I don't have to give them my proof of insurance, because I don't carry proof of insurance, because in the state of Maryland, if you don't have insurance, you get a hefty fine for it, because the insurance companies have to report that information back to the state of Maryland all the time, and you get ticketed for it. So then he goes back to his vehicle. I explained before he went to his vehicle, hey, I've been trying to work on this situation for a long period of time, but for some reason, you know, it takes a while. It takes 2 to 3 weeks. He went downtown, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you know, I'm not going to say that the MVA is the fastest government body, so I'm giving you a, you know, warning, which is the citation of why I pulled you over. And I was like, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. And that was a positive police interaction that I had, and that was the Maryland State Police. But I mean, that's one of those things, is if people are paying attention to the small things, are people that are doing bad things typically going to be doing other bad things? Yes. And if they care so little about the environment and the people around them, they're probably going to be screaming, hey, I'm doing stupid stuff. So let's start paying attention to all these little details in life, you know, starting from the itty bitties back here to the bigger things. Because if we're fixing things in a proactive way instead of a reactive way, maybe life would be a lot easier. Just saying. If you notice that somebody's, you know, looking upset and stuff, maybe they need somebody to talk to, because they're on the verge of like having a blow up, because life is just pooping on them too much and everybody else is being mean to them. And then all of a sudden one day they just snap and they're just like, blah. Everybody's like, oh, police, and we need, you know, what is it? Little counselor people out there. No, we need people that care about other people. We need people that care about other people in this country, because for some reason that is dissolving. And in some areas, it is getting better, but then because everybody's used to being pooped on, then it just becomes this little cycle. So smile to people, wave to people, be a chipper person. Choose every single day to either be a positive person in life or to be a negative person in life. And if you're being a negative person in life, then you need to find ways to make yourself more positive, because you know what, it's a whole big thing. So smile, wave, how's your day? How are you doing? Thank you very much. Have a great day. Blah, 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 blah. It's just that. That's just it. But yeah, so I got pulled over. Yay. At some point, my Trailblazer will be good again. Grrr! She did that, and then I got all fuzzy and dark. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Ah, see magic. Bacha! All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Please try to be a positive to somebody's negative. Bye.